We at Outright are outrightly saying it from day one. It is Biden's plan to attack Israel both from inside and outside. The Jewish country has been rocked by massive protests for months now. We had predicted that Iran or its allies like Hamas or Hezbollah might try to capitalize upon this chaos and attack Israel. Watch now. Three of Israel's biggest enemies, which are Iran, Hezbollah, and Hamas, are making plans to attack the Jewish country when it is at its weakest. And this is exactly what has happened. A war has broken out between Lebanon and Israel. More insights coming up. Hi and welcome, you're watching Outright. We tell you the right side of the story. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for such outright videos. Last month we claimed in our report that Israel's three biggest enemies, that is Iran, Hezbollah and Hamas, are joining hands to stage an attack on Israel. And US is proactively involved in efforts to overthrow the elected government in Jerusalem. In the coming days, if you see a major provocation by Iran or its allies against Israel, only US should be held responsible for it. On Thursday, when thousands of Israelis were celebrating Passover in northern parts of the country, Lebanon launched 34 rockets into the country. This was the largest escalation since 2006 war between the two countries. For those who don't know, Lebanon is effectively controlled by Iranian ally Hezbollah, which is, by the way, a terrorist organization. Hezbollah chief Hassan Nasrallah issued this warning on Thursday. Hundreds of millions of Muslims were prepared to shed blood. Later, the Israeli Defense Forces or IDF said that the attack was not launched by Hezbollah but by Lebanon-based Hamas terrorists. Then the IDF responded and attacked targets not just in Lebanon but Gaza too. Gaza is fully controlled by Hamas. But amid all these chaos, this one statement given by the IDF is extremely important. Lieutenant Colonel Richard Hecht, an Israeli military spokesman, said the army drew a clear connection between the Lebanese rocket fire and the recent unrest in Jerusalem. He was here referring to two big things. First, the recent violence between police and Palestinians in the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound, and second, the ongoing protests against judicial reforms brought in and now stalled by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Israeli enemies very well know that the country is on the brink of facing a mutiny by its soldiers, a mutiny which is in part financed by US. Last week, a senior Israeli official claimed that the mass protests against the government were partially funded by the Biden administration. So, it is clear that White House is making plans to destabilize Israel and oust Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. So, to realize his dreams, he is laying the ground for a new war, a war between Israel and Iran. Late last month, Biden publicly spoke against Israel for the first time. He told Benjamin Netanyahu to walk away from his current judicial overhaul. Biden said he was very concerned about the health of Israeli democracy and he warned that Israel cannot continue down this road. By isolating Israel in West Asia, Biden may even try to weaken the historic Abraham Accords brokered by Trump administration and signed by UAE and Israel, because Al-Aqsa is an issue that is very concerning for Arab nations too. And now when Iran and Saudi Arabia are burying the hatchet with each other, it is an opportunity for Biden to sow the seeds of discord between Netanyahu-led Israel and Arab nations, so that he can show how Netanyahu has failed to govern his nation peacefully.